All right, but we're going to have another exciting matchup. I just don't like all these like
winners round 2 games.
Yeah.
Round 1 even was Panda Fury and Gecko.
Yeah, don't see it a lot, and it's exciting to think about these players we know so well going at it. And you know, you can theorize all the time, but it's fun to see it in action. So now we're going to have CaNon and Thursday. It's going to be Kirby versus Villager. Very interesting matchup. I mean, Kirby, as we've been proven in this state with our amazing Kirby players, he has ways to get around projectiles. Like, he has a good crouch. He has good airspeed.
I think in this matchup especially that a good crouch would help, but CaNon's been working on a Roy. I played him a couple weeks ago.
He brought out my Roy against me.
And he was playing Roy a ton in friendlies. He went Kirby primarily in tournament, but
yeah,
I feel like we're seeing with him one of those, he's playing a character where he just, you know, I have fun with Roy, so I'm going to play Roy.
Exactly. And that's what it's about. Like, you want to play to have fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the point. But
oh my god, both of my brothers are here. Both of them.
Yeah, they are. No, I was playing Overhype with them earlier, and they said they were coming, and I was like, the Romano family reunion, let's go. This is exciting. I don't think the 3 of you have been to the same event for like a good 2 months.
For a hot minute.
For a hot minute. And it looks like we are seeing the Roy, and I could see that. I feel like the Roy, I don't know, would it be better against a Villager, though?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, because Roy is taller, which Villager loves. Villager loves for his forward and back air. And
I think
Roy still has to approach like Kirby does.
That's the biggest problem I see with this is Roy's going to have a hard time getting in, and I think Villager can keep him out really easily because he doesn't have any move that kind of forces a lot of respect when you're in close.
Yeah.
Where Villager can just kind of nair out of a lot of what Roy can do.
That's true. That's very true. I'm going to fix my hat quick.
Oh yeah, I can sympathize.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Ugh. Oh, the hat problems. All right.
Although I do think it's very wise for CaNon to start on a stage like Smash Build because of how small the platform is, you know, relatively. So it kind of keeps him closer, even.
Yeah, I would definitely agree.
You know, more so than any other stage. But if Thursday hangs closer to the ledge, then it doesn't really matter.
And that's the thing. Roy doesn't have a lot of options to punish the ledge.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Thursday can play the classic Villager ledge camping game. Like this, there's not much Roy can do until Villager approaches. So as long as Thursday mixes up his movement enough, I don't know if Roy can really capitalize on it.
And I see CaNon going for a lot of grabs too as well.
Yeah.
And I think that could be a habit that's bled over from, you know, playing Kirby for so long.
Right. I think so. And I think the idea here is you want to do it so, you know, Villager can't throw out his mini projectiles. But the thing is, Thursday is going to be punishing him for trying to get in so much.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a fairly even game right now, so CaNon's chip damage has been paying off somewhat.
Well, and Roy does hit pretty hard too, so
yeah.
that can kind of play a big factor too. Where Villager hits you a lot, doesn't do a ton of damage.
Thursday definitely has to respect the Roy's power a little bit more, stay outside of that effective range.
You know, while Thursday's content to stay at the ledge, you know, CaNon seems okay with that himself because he's not throwing out any moves that, you know, warrant big punishes.
Ooh, that was amazing. Using the Lloyd to force the shield and punishing with a grab. Nice stuff by Thursday.
Who knows, maybe a change in strategy for Thursday where he's kind of playing off the ledge a little bit more and playing more closer to center stage.
And the fair, that was a sweet spot, I think, but that's not going to quite do it. Fair isn't his strongest move.
Ooh, it looks like CaNon was looking for something like a back air there.
Yeah, that was a good choice to ledge attack. You can get away with it. If you think your opponent's going to be aggressive at the ledge, it can be a good option. I've been using ledge attack a lot more when the situation warrants. It helps.
Yeah, Thursday's kind of committing to 2 options at the ledge very early.
And I don't think Roy's up throw really kills. Or it kills similar to Martha Lucina's. I don't think it kills. I think that's a Martha Lucina thing.
It does.
It does?
Yeah.
Probably later, though.
I think it might right now. After
yeah,
this
well,
down,
with
after
all
this
this
down
range,
tilt.
yes. Yes.
Ooh, looks like he's trying to go for a ledge jump. It was just too slow. Ooh, the Void Rocket saves him, though.
This is game 1. Yep. Oh, no, I know, right? All right, but Thursday is going to take stock 1. And if it says anything, Joss asked me who won game 1.
And we're still here.
That speaks on how much slower pace this game is compared to our first 2 sets. But that shows you the variety of players and the variety of matchups Smash4 has to offer. You have slower ones like this. All right. And we have a really even game.
CaNon only taking 9%. He barely missed an up throw killing, and if he had gotten that grab a little earlier, he would have gotten the kill. But
right
now he's kind of playing this edge game, and he's doing a really good job of it.
Definitely. I do like that Thursday's trying to utilize the lingering turnips. Lingering hitboxes, I think, are good against characters with disjoints. The thing is, CaNon is seeing that habit of it. He's seeing the pattern. He's starting to pick up on it. He's also getting good at shielding the slingshots.
Yeah. Seeing a lot of perfect shields from CaNon, too.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's always scary.
Roy's back air, though, makes it difficult to kind of hit Villager out of the balloon because of just the angle it is, where it goes down and then up.
The thing is, Thursday's been playing really safe, but he's not reaping any rewards from it right now.
Ooh, there might be his reward!
But CaNon went way too deep. I don't know what the thought process was.
He was holding firm for almost 4.5 minutes, and
I guess that's something you can say about characters who slow the game down. You get to the point where people feel the pressure and they get so intense into it.
They feel the need to do something,
and then they're like, "I just need to finish this," and that can cause you to make mistakes. There's something a lot of top players, like what separates them from just good players is endurance. Just the pure stamina of staying consistent in a tournament is really difficult, and it's something that a lot of the top players are going to have mastered or have down really well.
And I don't want CaNon to switch off of Roy because I think he had a good game plan.
I think so too.
He just got a little too thirsty near the ledge there, and it was just so uncharacteristic compared to how he was playing the game earlier.
He had a huge lead stock too. Now Thursday, he's going to be playing this ledge again, but I would really like him to switch up his game plan a little bit. Find more interesting ways to control the stage, because CaNon is starting to pick up on this habit.
I wouldn't even say he needs to play at the ledge or towards center, but somewhere kind of in between.
Yeah. I'd like to see him use tree as a way to kind of block Roy off, stop his approaches. I'd like to see more Lloyd rocket, maybe more tilts, just like there. I like the attempt there.
He gets the down tilt, but even then, what's Roy going to do off stage? You have to think that CaNon's probably going to be thinking at least twice before going off stage again.
Because the thing is, Thursday isn't finding options to combat Roy's close range. He's looking for these long-range zoning options when Roy is right in his face. Ooh, see, that was good. Like Nair, I think Nair's a very good option in this matchup. And it comes out fairly fast, like frame 4 or 5, I think, for Villager. Yeah. Something like that. It's really fast.
I want to say it's frame 5.
Yeah.
Oof. I always get so nervous when he goes down there, because it's one of the... Roy's one of the few characters who has a problem like that.
Ooh. Oh, he almost got the tree. It needs 3 water droplets or something. I think if he does it now, it'll be instant.
There it is.
Yep. Ooh, the counter. I love that option by CaNon. But
the blazer. Oh, blazer.
Blazer kill. That's hype. Roy killed with up B. Is this Project M? Oh.
We haven't seen Thursday get a lot of just edge guarding opportunities on CaNon, period.
Yeah, that was a good grab though. Ooh. And that was the one time he went for it, but
I'm surprised he didn't just straight bowling ball right then and there.
I think bowling ball would destroy Roy. I think him edge guarding from the stage would be better, actually.
Because he only has one recovery option.
Right. That is Roy's main weakness. Oh, wow. And the late hit of the tree, you got to be careful of it. It lasts a long time.
Such a meaty hitbox.
It is too. It's very strong too. It kills very early.
I don't think that Nair sent him gave him as much clearance as he wanted.
Right. Good umbrella. See the tilt there.
There it is.
Really well. And now, ooh. Thursday had him right where he wanted him, but CaNon timed his recovery well, so he was not able to punish further. Oh no! Does not get the follow-up.
That missed grab, though, was everything, because that was the first time Thursday really had CaNon this whole set just right where he wanted him. And in a position, like just a high-pressure situation.
And now we're trading a lot. It is still anyone's game here.
One bowling ball might do it, depending on where they're at.
Yeah, at the side of the stage, it would kill at this point. Across, I'm not so sure. Ooh.
Just about a well space.
Now CaNon, I just want to see him play more patiently now that he has this advantage, not going too deep like game one. And I think he knows it too.
And CaNon has done a really good job. He hasn't thrown anything out at the ledge. He hasn't shown his hand early.
Right. He's been playing very safe, very effectively. Oh. But that Lloyd rocket is going to let Thursday get back on the stage. Whiffs the grab, but it doesn't matter because Roy was not in position to punish.
When it's probably good that the Lloyd rocket was there, because if he had gotten that grab.
Goes for the roll read, but he misses the sweet spot that won't
kill. Get the wet noodle part.
The wet noodle.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus. And
almost caught the roll on.
This is intense. Nick hold me. Oh, no!
Wow.
I don't think he could have detected that.
And I think that's what he was going for in the first game. He found himself more outside than inside.
And he fast fell, I think, too.
He found himself over here when he wanted to be over here.
Okay, and we're
the first three-game
we're finally
set of the
game
day.
3. These 2 games were longer than our first 2 sets combined. And now we're going to a game 3 of it.
One thing that you and I are both experimenting with is the color change counter pick.
Color change, it's so
this
real.
This is the third color that CaNon has used.
Color theory.
Wow, Thursday has used the same color.
If you want to play aggressive, play red. If you want to play patient, play blue. If you
want
to be trashy, play yellow.
Which theory will win? We'll find out right now.
We'll find out right now. On Blue Roy versus Cody Crossings here at the Dome. The Town and City Dome.
What do you think about this stage pick for Villager? Part of me likes the tri-plat because Roy could get juggled pretty easily.
I think it's great.
But we haven't seen it from Thursday.
We haven't seen it from Thursday, but at the same time,
neither stage lent itself to it.
It's going to give Villager more room to throw out projectiles, and Roy isn't really known for his vertical throw power, you know what I mean? Yeah. So the ceiling's going to be benefiting Villager more so than Roy, I think.
Although Roy's up smash is no joke.
It is no joke.
We just haven't seen it. We haven't seen it yet.
Right. We haven't seen either character really go for a juggling scenario, which is interesting. I like the turnips, and we're already seeing Thursday is commanding the stage a lot easier. He has a lot more room to breathe.
Yeah, both characters they're playing this game very horizontally, where they're carrying each other across the stage instead of up towards the ceiling.
Right.
There's a missed opportunity to do something there from CaNon because Thursday missed its tap.
Ooh. That counter, though. If he countered the bowling ball, that might have been it. If he got the sweet spot, too. But he did counter the Lloyd rocket, so it wasn't too bad. Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
That was really smart. Pokes through the stage. I think that's something else that he can do on Town and City.
As far as you didn't see a forward throw there from CaNon. Showing patience that, not a lot of players kind of show against Thursday. Some people will kind of beat him with ruthless aggression, but they won't play the same game.
And Thursday's known to capitalize on it. Again, he's very good at stalling. He knows how to play the clock. Ooh! But he's going to land unsafely into that forward smash. A good option choice by CaNon.
But the back throw might just do it if he can get the edge guard.
Ooh.
That's the second time we've seen that.
I think Villager needs to do it a little earlier than you'd expect, because I think Roy snaps the ledge pretty fast out of that up B. His magnet hands are pretty good. Ooh,
so there's the axe.
amazing.
I was wondering if we were going to see that
so
from
smart.
there.
The option coverage on that was beautiful. And he read the roll.
30% just like that. Thursday's been kind of on the back foot for a lot of this game, but since losing that stock, he's kind of brought it more to his advantage.
He's had his moments, and that's the thing. He hasn't had as many moments, but those moments were big plays. It just kind of kept them very even. And something is happening on the setup next to the stream setup. I don't know what the hype's
I
about.
think it's Theo. It's Theo. It's our boy Theo.
Of course.
Theo.
He arrested someone, I'm sure. That's old news now. I'm just kidding.
Around here.
It's always hype. Around here.
Oh. And CaNon's catching Thursday with these jumps at the ledge with back air. Like
Thursday's kind of
he's been
falling
getting it
into
for
a
free.
pattern, yeah.
There it is again, but CaNon just wasn't ready this time.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's it. Yeah, and as you were saying towards the end, I think the problem was Thursday was autopiloting a little too much. You know, he would jump and slingshot, and CaNon was learning that and learning how he could punish it. And that's what helped him win in the end, despite the SD. So good stuff to CaNon for coming back after that moral attack on him from game 1.
Well, it can be hard when you SD away kind of, or put yourself in a position where you just kind of lose it yourself, not where your opponent takes it from you. Because then you feel like you have to win 3 games in a row.
Right,
especially if it's the first game.
Yep, exactly.